They stand like monuments to human ambition, vast, powerful, and silent. But these dams don't just hold back water, they hold back catastrophe. And when they fail, the result isn't a crack, it's a cataclysm. From the deadliest collapse in history to ticking time bombs that could erase cities. This is the dark side of our greatest engineering feats. These are the 10 most dangerous dams in the world, and the terrifying truths behind them. Dams promise energy, irrigation, and safety, but behind every reservoir lies a hidden threat. These concrete giants can give life or take it in an instant. Some have already failed with horrifying results. Others remain on the edge, held together by luck, politics, or pure denial. Today we reveal the dams most feared by engineers, scientists, and survivors. Not just because of how they might fall, but what happens after they do. In 2017, the tallest dam in the United States nearly collapsed. Winter rains overwhelmed California's Oroville Dam. Its main spillway ripped open, sending torrents through a crumbling chute. As the emergency spillway, never tested before, began to erode, panic set in. 188,000 people were evacuated overnight. The damage? Over 1.1 billion. The cause? A cocktail of poor design, overlooked geology, and decades of regulatory failure. Inspectors missed cracks. Officials ignored reports. Complacency turned a marvel into a menace. This dam didn't collapse, but its turbine exploded like a bomb. In 2009, pressure buildup launched. A 920-ton turbine at Sayano-Shushenskaya into the air. Water gushed into the powerhouse, killing 75 workers. The dam wall held, but maintenance didn't. Faulty repairs, ignored vibration warnings, and missing bolts led to catastrophe. This tragedy proved that even a structurally sound dam can kill if its heart is neglected. The Gibe III Dam works perfectly, and that's the disaster. It ended the natural flood cycle of Ethiopia's Omo River. 500,000 indigenous people lost access to the fertile lands and fishing routes they depended on. Lake Turkana, Kenya's lifeline, began shrinking. Hunger spread. Conflicts erupted. Cultures disappeared. No sirens, no waves. Just a slow, government-sanctioned collapse of life as people knew it. Tarbela is enormous, essential, and deteriorating. Fed by Himalayan meltwater, it collects 200 million tons of silt every year. That silt now threatens the dam's tunnels and turbines. Worse, Tarbela sits on a seismic fault. A major quake could liquefy the unstable sediments. Experts fear a landslide underwater could block outlets, overwhelm the dam, and unleash disaster. Tarbela's threat grows not with age, but with every grain of sand. The Kariba Dam once carved a record-breaking reservoir, but for decades, its own floodgates scoured away the rock below. By 2010, a deep chasm, 80 meters down, was inching toward its foundation. Engineers raced to stop the erosion with a $294 million repair. They had to blast and rebuild the riverbed beneath the dam. If it had collapsed, over 3 million lives at risk across 4 countries. Kariba shows how time and water can quietly erode even the strongest foundations. Nestled in Kerala's hills, the Idukki Dam is graceful and terrifying. It may be triggering earthquakes beneath itself. As the reservoir fills, stress builds on local faults. Tremors follow the rise and fall of the water. Experts fear a magnitude 5.5 quake could strike directly beneath the dam. If that happens, over 3.5 million lives lie in the flood path. The scariest part, the dam's own weight could be the trigger. The largest dam in the world, the boldest bet on human control over nature. But the Three Gorges Dam brought more than power. It displaced 1.4 million people, triggered thousands of landslides, blocked fish migrations, starved farmland of nutrients, and beneath it all, rising earthquake activity. The sheer weight of its reservoir is changing local geology. The dam might not break, but it has already broken ecosystems, lives, and landscapes. Vajont Dam, Italy, the mountain that moved. 1963, northern Italy. A dam engineers praised as indestructible. Then, 270 million cubic meters of mountain slid into its reservoir. The impact launched a wave 250 meters high. The dam stood tall. But the water flew over it, wiping out 5 villages. Nearly 2,000 people died in minutes. The mistake? Ignoring the mountain. Geologists warned it moved. But politics and pride drowned out reason. Mosul Dam, Iraq. The dam on life support. Built on soluble rock, Mosul Dam is crumbling from the inside. Water dissolves its gypsum base, creating hidden sinkholes. A 24/7 grouting operation is all that keeps it standing. When ISIS took the dam in 2014, maintenance stopped. For weeks, collapse was imminent. If it fails, a wall of water would slam into Mosul and sweep through Baghdad. 1.5 million lives are in the blast zone. Mosul is not just a dam, it's a countdown. Banqiao Dam, China, the deadliest collapse in history. 1975, Henan Province. Typhoon Nina unleashes a year's rain in 3 days. Banqiao Dam, built with half the needed floodgates, gives way. A wall of water 11 kilometers wide, moves at 50 km/h, 9,600 killed instantly. 145,000 more die from famine and disease. 61 other dams follow in a chain collapse, hydrologists warned. But during the Cultural Revolution, truth was silenced. Banqiao isn't just a failure of concrete. It's a failure of politics, science, and silence. Dams are tools of civilization. But when mismanaged, they become weapons of destruction. Their risks are growing: aging infrastructure, extreme weather, and human overconfidence. From Oroville to Banqiao, these structures teach us a sobering truth. You can build a dam against water, but not against ignorance, negligence, or pride. Before the next collapse, will we listen, or will we pay the price again?